All right. So these numbers, we will start erasing them in a minute, okay? Because we obviously don't want them to show up when we are shading or after we've shaded. So depending on what you feel more comfortable with is where you want to start. I feel the most comfortable where it's super dark because, again, I have a heavy hand, right? And so I tend to go darker really quick. So I'm going to start with my B pencil that I have here. And I'm going to start where the dark area is at. So the sixes. So remember, we're doing 0 through 6 on the value scale, right? 0 being solid white or the brightest part, and 6 being the darkest solid black, right? Okay, so I'm going to go here where the sixes are at, right in there, and erase those sixes, just those two. And then start in there and get that pretty dark. So these numbers are like our map to tell us how dark and how light we go, right? So remember, when you're shading, you want to do circular motions to hide the direction in which your pencil is moving. Matthew, go grab a paper, a small one, from up front, and then you're going to go to the light box in the back, and you're going to trace this. Go ahead and do that now, please. Okay. All right, so that's the 6 in there, and then I'm going to bring it all the way down to this edge right here. Right? Once I go to the 5 and the 4, again, I'm going to erase the numbers all along the top end of the handle here. And switch over to my HB pencil. And it should be a little lighter. There's that button there, Stephanie. That one, yeah. Press it, and you kind of have to jiggle it. It's a little janky, I'm sorry. See if it shows up. Hold on, let me finish this. See if you can turn it on. Let me finish this really quick, this section. So again, you notice how this is lighter? I'm making it so this is like a 5, right? So it's a subtle change. And then along this area, it gets a little lighter. Follow that. All right. And again, I haven't used my stump yet or my blending tool. All right, now I'm going to go to this 4-3 area, erase those two numbers, and again, just go along and shade that. Keep in mind the amount of pressure you're applying. To your pencil. And again, when you come up to a number, before you shade that area, go ahead and erase it. So we're just getting down a layer, our first layer of values along our drawing. Before we even start blending anything. And remember the numbers that I'm referring to in terms of the value scale, right? These through 6. Okay? . Alright, now that I have all my values done on the top portion of the handle here, I'm going to go use my, in this case, those of you that don't have a stump at home, you're going to be using a Q-tip. And then, remember the goal is to have nice smooth transitions between your values. So there shouldn't be any dark solid edge lines between your values. And I might be going a little too dark in some areas, but it's not a big deal because I can go ahead and lighten them up in a bit. Okay. I'm going to zoom in. You guys see this where my 5 and 6 are right here? You guys see how there's a little bit? I need to get rid of that. Okay? So I'm just going to take my B pencil and go over that edge on both sides so that it fades out and it looks a little smoother and not have that solid edge line that separates the two values.